Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Leslie, and tonight we are going to do a quick, I'm going to try and make this quick because I'm having to record this on Thursday night. I usually try and get in and record one night ahead so I don't have to do this rushing and then put it out late. But last night I had to hit my bed. I just couldn't do anymore. And I had to listen to my body because I'll get sick if I don't. So, I want to make a card. Well, here's what I want to do. I bought these two sets of stamps. This has stamps with dies. This has just dies. I want to cut them out, see what they look like. I'll probably stamp this in black and then color it in and then die cut them out. And then maybe tomorrow night we'll work on these because that means I have to decide colors and... Okay. Now, so yeah, I just want to see what this is all about. We got all kinds of things with little fat squirrels and leaves and all kinds of fun stuff. So the first thing I need to do is just stamp all of these little figures. And I have about 500 pieces of 4 1/4 by 5, I think it is, card panels. Yeah, that's what we're gonna work on. Let me grab my, I know I don't have to grab it, I have it. Where did I put it? I'm gonna tell myself not to rush. Y'all are okay if the video is out a little bit late. Everybody's gonna survive. You're just glad to see your friend Leslie. All right, I am going to put this in the corner, and I'm just going to place the stamps on here, and we get what we get, and we don't throw a fit. And I'm just making impressions of everything that I can, as far as the little animals and the mushrooms and the leaves and all that. The sentiments we will do after I get this part done, because this is going to be what I want to do with all of my stamps and my dies, is just make batches of them and put them in some storage where they can live, and then when I need to make a Thanksgiving card, I can pull this set of ephemera. I'm pretty sure I've discussed that because I get real chatty. And so maybe y'all already knew that. We don't know. So this is all I'm doing. Laying them all down. I almost feel like I shouldn't put that many on one, because I still have to get the metal dies around it. So I think I'm going to settle down, and I'm going to do my little squirrelies first, because I just can't wait. I just cannot wait to stamp these, color these in, die cut them out, and just admire their preciousness. So I'll do 3 on this first one. Maybe I'll do 4. I don't want to do any more than 4. That's going to be enough. Alright, then I'm going to put my card up here. I'm going to pick these up. Let me get my... This is in a haul. The stamps are in a haul. This is in a craft because I made it. Wood from the Dollar Tree, a top from the Dollar Tree that I poured paint into. It was a clear glass one. I poured paint into it just to give it some color. and then felt from Dollar Tree, Michael's, somewhere. Probably Dollar Tree. Alright, so I just want to stick those to the plate. And I am going to use a little bit of washing because the magnets are too thick. I find that they're too thick, and sometimes they just don't allow you to get a good stamp. So I'm just grabbing any washi. Grab a washi, any washi. Get all my hair off of it. Put this down here. Put this one down here. Now make sure that none of these are going to interfere. Okay, perfect. Let me grab my ink. Why did I think I was prepared? We don't know. And for these, I like to use my stays on because I can, that will dry and I can use my markers and it doesn't run. Hence the name, stays on. It just stays right on. And if you remember, I have these boxes, which I have 6 of, and then I have this, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 compartments. Spring, summer, fall, winter, something, you know. It's basically, I've got to figure out which ones I want to store them in. How much room do I need? What are we doing? We do not know. I hope that you guys have enjoyed Craftober Series 2025, a week of crafting. If you like it, that's good. I will know to have a week's worth filmed in advance, so I don't have to do it last minute, but I didn't know what crafts I wanted to do, and because I'm building my craft room with all the stamps and the die and the die. How many? What do we do? We don't know how to say it. Anyway, since I'm getting my craft room all filled and ready, next year will be easier for me to know, oh, I want to make Thanksgiving cards, or I have a friend that doesn't feel well, we're going to make her a card today. You know, whatever. I have a bunch of stuff in this craft room floor that's going to be for a haul. Yeah. Those 3 o'clock in the morning Ed cart problems. Yeah, see how he didn't go all of the way? So we just want to press a little harder. Let's see how that did. We might have to restamp. Yeah, we'll restamp. Oh, they're so cute. Alright, let's just get them all inked up again. Alright, does it look like everybody has ink? Another press for good luck. Okay. Nothing shifted, hopefully. But I got the idea for this pressing tool that I made from Kathy Zilski. I used to sit and watch her for hours and hours and hours, just make the cutest cards. And I just thought, there's no way I could ever do that. And then I just started, you know, doing little things here and there and trying. And now I'm so old, I'm like, we can do whatever we want. Don't ever think that you can't do something. You can do whatever you want. All right, look how beauty. Look how beautiful. So there is the stamp of our little squirrels. Nice and crisp and clean. Okay, so then what I like to do is I like to take my stamps and put them all together in a pile off to the side so that I know I have to wash those. Alright, so now we're going to get our last couple of little squirrels here. And put another card base down. And we'll put them right here. And we will start in with the tree and the leaves and the fun things like that. Do the tree there. We'll do a leaf here. A little mushroom over here and some acorns over there. We don't want to get too much. Let's not get you happy, Leslie. Then we're just going to press down. Oh, anyway, I didn't finish my story about this tool. So they have one on Gina K Designs and scrapbook.com and all of these other things. And I was like, it's just basically an air hockey puck with felt on the bottom. And I was like, well, I could just make one for real cheap with stuff I already have around my house that, you know, from the dollar store. So I did. I think the only thing I had to purchase, I don't know, maybe I did purchase all 3 parts. Maybe just this and that. We don't know. It's in a haul somewhere. It's in a craft with me somewhere. You can find it in one of my videos that used to get 12 views. It just, I go through my page often and I'm just, oh no, wrong side. Wrong side. Hold please. Everything's fine. Let's make sure all these are right. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so I was going through my channel and looking at some of my older videos and I'm like, wow, I remember coming on here and thinking, 12 views, that's awesome. 2377 views. Yeah. Now I'm like, what? I only have 212 views. I know I can do better than that. Yeah, just too competitive. Too competitive, I tell ye. Alright, so let's see how this works for us. Pressing down. Pressing down. This is the 4x6. What is it called? The 4x6 something. We don't know. I'll look next time I pick this up. But I got it. You can Google it online. They may have them on Amazon by now. But you could only get them through these specific websites of these card making companies when I found it. Okay, everybody look inked up? Everybody inked up? Okay. Everybody still in line? Everybody still in line. I had bought the generic form of this from Walmart, where it's got little pegs that come up all the way around and you lay the thing on it and press it. I didn't like that as much. It takes up a lot of room. I liked the compactness of this because it's not like I'm going to make an 8x10 card. So I got the smaller stamp press, whatever this is called. I can't remember. Okay, that could have been better, but maybe it's the stamp. We're not exactly sure. We're going to let that be. Okay, we're not. This is My Sweet Petunia. If you Google it, I don't have any idea what this itty bitty writing says. As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. Peter 4:10. How about that? I like that. Now, I'm going to take this off. Put it to the side. Okay, so now we have all of these images that are stamped, ready to be colored in, and then we'll die cut them out. Now we have one more. One more. Stays on. Where did I get the stays on? I feel like I had to order that online. I might have gotten it from Amazon. Not sure. They may have it at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. Couldn't tell you. I've had this stuff for years. And the big thing about this is you have to keep this plastic piece and keep it on top of there. It even says, do not discard. So I always make sure to keep it together. Just trying to keep it together, folks. What is this? What is that? Nothing we need. Trash. Okay. And then, yeah, I might as well do the sentiments because they'll all just go in my little holder. Why not? We have a couple more leaves. We have a little mushroom. We have an itty bitty. We don't even know what this goes to. But we'll stamp it. We don't know what it goes to. It's that. What is that? What does that go to? We don't know. What incarnation could that go to? We don't know. Alright, and it's got that cute little font too. I love this type of font. Let's make sure we have oops, see, that one was wrong. You have to make sure when we're getting real chatty that we're paying attention to what we're doing. Okay, we'll put that one up there like that. And we have another acorn. Have another acorn. Then we have one here. Doesn't matter if it's upside down because we're going to cut it out. And we have one here. Everything is on there the correct way. We have enough room that you can go there, you can go there. And this little silly thing that, what is it? I don't know what it is. Oh, and I have this too. Hold on. That can go there. That can go there. Okay. So I just press it, make sure all of them stick. Then I'm going to touch them to make sure they have oils from my hands to season them up and get them ready to accept the ink. And make sure I have them on correctly. So fantastic. Ooh. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's see how this does. I'll probably have to do it a second time. But that's okay. We can do it a second time. Yep, just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Maybe that's a little sweat drop from him jumping in the leaves, and he's just exerted all of his energy. I have a little cutout from the picture from Amazon, or yeah, I think I got him off of Amazon. Are they the freckles? What are they? What is it? We don't know. I'm so confused. Maybe it's just a leaf that goes up in the air. We don't know, Leslie. Just leave it alone. You'll figure it out later. Okay. Just settle down. Everything gonna be alright. So adorable. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to allow these, even though they're probably already dry, but I'm just going to allow them a few minutes to sit. While they are sitting, I am going to go and wash all of my stamps under warm, soapy water. And then I will be back and we will start coloring in all of the precious little fat squirrels and their acorns. And we'll be ready to have our ephemera for any cards we want to make. All right, I'm back. I even was able to find that little piece after I took it off. Okay, so I have my red, orange, yellow, greens, browns, and tans. out. You've seen these on my shelves. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 drawers each, and I bought 3 of the 4 of these off of AliExpress, and they came all cracked and whatever. They're taped together, but they work. And then I bought 1 at Marshall's, and they're nothing more than sunglass holders. And so I look for them every summer in Marshall's and TJ Maxx. No, I haven't found them again. But, you know, they work. They're fine. We don't need to freak out. You know how I am. Got to have 2 of everything if I like it, because got to have backup. Settle down. Okay. So I'm going to kind of copy the colors that are in this very small picture. Simply because it's my first time with these, and I want to make sure that it kind of comes out looking cute, right? I think that would be important. So I'm just using a mixture of colors or types of pens. This is just a regular marker that I got. Don't even ask me. Who knows? I've got permanent markers. I've got alcohol markers from Ohuhu. I've got alcohol markers from Azure. I mean, you know, I've got all kinds of markers. But we're going to start right here. And we're going to see what this color looks like. Okay, that looks like a good color. And we're just going to start coloring in these branches. I think I'm just going to do all of the wood this color, because it makes it easy. And we don't need to be neurotic. Thanks. All right. Then I want to put just a smidge of the brown there. So I want to experiment with one of them at least. Where is my swatch? Okay, I have a swatch of every, well, not every pen, most pens that are in my craft room, but I know I definitely have all of these. Alright, so Y230, I want one of those. That looks like a good color. Y230. Okay. Then we need some grays and browns. Okay. Oh, I forgot they don't go that way. Alright, so I want a cool gray. CG 050 and 020. Did I grab my grays? No. Let's see if they're both in here. CG 020, CG 050, okay. And then how about 020? Did I already say that? No. CG 020, CG, I can't see. GG. That's GG. We want GG 020 because I want 3 shades of gray, okay? I don't want 10 shades of gray. Is that what it's called? 10 shades of gray. 100 shades, what is it called? Anyway, I want 3 shades of brown. So I know I want this one. And we'll do E20. E280. What am I looking at? E220. Maybe that's it. Real small, y'all. E220. Okay. And then a darker brown. These are all like pastellis. That's why they're not that dark. E220 would have to be the dark. And then what did I grab? Y230. Okay, Y230 is a little green. How about if we go with E210 and YG, yellow green, is in there. YG040. YG040. Where would that be? YG040. That would be in the grays. Yellow gray. Okay, well that would be good for a squirrel. A yellow gray. And this could be the dark color, and then the middle. It's a little too pink. I'm going to go with this, even though it's got that really, what is that one? Brick beige, E210. Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, it's like trying to pick out paper. All right, so these are my squirrel colors. Then we have to get the leaf colors. Oh, help me, Jesus. All right, let's just do the squirrels. We'll cut out the squirrels, and then we'll end this video, because we'll be here forever if y'all are waiting for me to get my life together. Okay? Okay. Where is my picture? All right, so I'm not going to do it exactly like they did it, but I just want to kind of somewhat. Let's finish what we're doing here. No, because it has leaves. We can work on him. Take our darkest, which would be E220. Not that sad. And do his tail. And let's put my protective mat under it, like smart people do. And I'm just going to go through and give him a cute little brown fluffy tail. Ooh, running. I must have colored with an ink that does not, or that runs, because this ink, I promise you, does not run. All right, now, I want this to have a shadow where he is and be a little bit darker in here. So let's, I'm just going to take the same color and go over it again until it darkens up, because there we go. like that. You see how you have that contrast? Okay, and then I want to do the medium gray, the medium tan on his body. Maybe this ink is running. That doesn't make me happy. Did it not have enough time to dry? What's happening here? Well, I'm not happy with that at all. So, I'm going to keep on going. And we'll just worry about all those little details later. He's just going to be a grayish, brownish, until I can figure out why my ink is coming off, because it is not supposed to. And that makes me extremely angry. Extremely. Alright, let's do this one in a gray. Make his little tail a dark gray. I've never had this ink run on me. So it's got to be I used a different type of ink on it or something, because I've just never had that happen. Very confused. Okay, then the let's try this. Do not like that side. Oh, that's very light. Yeah, we need a darker color. This is like a green gray, it says. That's fine. We could actually keep it like that and make that shadow. Wow, ink is running. Why is the ink running? That makes me angry. Okay, really sad about that. And then I want to pull in a darker brown. No patience, no patience. And I'm going to use this and hope that this does not cause it to run. And do some of these in like a dark brown. And then the other ones in just a lighter, just a shade lighter. Wonder if it's something wrong with my alcohol markers. Because they have been sitting. These don't seem to be running. part of his body I didn't color in, maybe? I don't know. What is that? No, I think that's it. Okay. Very sad that my ink was running. So now I know that I will not be coloring with my alcohol markers. I don't know what I'll do. That makes me so angry. All right, let's finish this tree. Let's say, my orangies and my yellowies. Orangies and my yellowies. What do we have over here? Guess all my orangies are in here. Oh, here they are. I was like, I know I have some orangies. Alright, so then we'll take this one. Must be something with my alcohol markers. Now I know. I don't know why they would do that, because I used to color with them all the time. Oh, maybe it's the cardstock? I don't know. Have you ever had that issue with alcohol markers and stays on? Is it the paper? Are my alcohol markers going bad? Am I not supposed to use alcohol markers? Because that's what I used to use, and it never seemed to run back then. I don't know what's going on. What's happening in my life. And we want to add a little bit of a shadow. Okay. And we'll add just a little bit of darkness around there. And we'll make this one this color. We're just picking a color. That's all. Yeah, these are running too. It's got to be something. Something with something, but I don't know what that something is. Something like that, we don't know. I'm going to take this here orangey red, go up here, and that's a real red. Might have to mix that. With another color. There we go. I like that color when you mix them together. Alright, then we want some deep maroon tips on the... Oh, he's so dark. Let's see what we can do with that. some of that color over to here. So I'm basically using my regular markers the same way I would use my alcohol markers, and I'm just pulling the color that I laid down to mix with this color and just kind of add some interest. Let's try a different one, see if that really is working or if I'm just losing my mind. What's actually happening? We don't know. Okay, I don't think it's pulling it. But that's just fine. Everything is fine. We will just do it like that. Something like that. Just trying to give them a little texture and color variance. What you think? Alright, mushrooms. What color are mushrooms? We don't know. They have theirs yellow. That's just great. We don't want ours to be yellow. How about like a gold color? This is just a flare felt tip. I'm going to color it in with that. And maybe put some white specks on it. And get a lighter color and do it underneath, which is going to have to be a green, yellow, gray, green looking color because my alcohol markers are bleeding. What color is this? Okay. So we want these to be this color. Is this the most interesting thing you've ever watched in your life, or what? We're going to make him a little shadowed. Put a little shadow under there. Make this top different colors. All right. Those are all colored in. Let's cut them out. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, I guess we'll do it this way. I am going to put this here. Find the corresponding die cuts and lay them down and tape them. This is where the perfection gets annoying. Okay. Then we have this one that goes over that, maybe. And we have this one that goes over these two little pumpkin pies. Did I not color his? I did not color his ear. I have no idea what I used, but it doesn't really matter. We'll say it's shadowing, and we'll probably throw this one out anyway because he has a smeared face, and that can't go anywhere. Nobody wants to see that. We'll just use these as examples of what the die are. Dies, stamps, dies. How do you say that with metal dies? Is plural dies, or is it die? We don't know. Alright, I have to get it where I want it and not release my finger because they move, and that's annoying. We'll try there. That looks good. We don't know what else to do. That one just came right on up, didn't it? Punk. So we'll put one here. And we'll put another one at the other end. I'm not really liking this paper tape nonsense. It's made by Recollections. I'm going to tell you that much. It's non-stick, all right. It's not even sticking when it's supposed to. But, you know, live and learn. Okay, may be right, may not be right, we don't know, but we can't continue to hold y'all up all night. Because I have mental issues. What is happening? I do not know. Okay, and then we have these two that I had to cut away from here because they were still attached. How are you supposed to cut them if you don't release them from the stuff? We'll see how these do. Oh man. Alright, there's that. Gonna put on this. I would like to put a piece of cardstock in between them because I'm trying not to mark up this piece and it gets an impression sometimes, and I don't really like that. Personal preference. Alright, let's turn this sideways so that you can see everything that's happening. I'll hold it here. Slide this. Okay. Well, that doesn't work when you don't have it in all the way. Okay. One pass should do it. And it did. Okay. I don't have any, I have no confidence in my die cutting skills whatsoever. I just have to figure out how to do it. I'm not very good at it. That's gonna bug me. Alright, so then, see how it made that impression? I just don't want it to mark up my top plate. Even though it went through and marked it up anyway, everything is fine. Put him away. And then, we're nearing the end, folks. Take off all of this. Tape. That one was way off. That one shifted. I didn't put it down enough. Then this is where you have a pokey tool. You can, if you have a Cricut, you can use that one. Which is what I typically use because I haven't made my pokey tool yet. But you just, well, this one doesn't have any holes, but sometimes if you have a small piece, it'll have a little hole for you to push it through, so it'll go out. But it looks like this one just lets it go like that. So we have the branch. We have a leaf. We have a mushroom. We have an offset. It doesn't matter, he's got a runny face anyway, so that's fine. We'll just have to fix that later. So, I will keep everything except for these. But that's, you know, almost what they would look like. Those going in the trash. We have acorns. We have a leaf. And we have a tree branch. And we have this. So if I were making a card with just this, or we could even say, hey, let's pretend that these don't look jacked up. And we could have this coming off here, and we could have a pile of leaves down here, and they're jumping in them, and they're flying up into the air, and there's a mushroom here, and a couple of acorns there, right? And then you say, Happy Thanksgiving, or Happy Fall, y'all, or whatever. Alright, so that's the beginning of my fall die cuts for cards and building my ephemera stash. I'm hoping that as time goes by, I'm going to get better with my die cutting. Will I? We don't know. We just have to keep trying. Alright guys, thanks so much for joining me on this video. I know it's late, I know it's long, and I apologize, but I had to rest last night. And then tonight, you know, perfection. I can't help it. I'll try and edit down. I'm hopefully tried to edit down everything that I could to make this not quite so long. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, give it a hype, share it with your friends, leave a comment and let me know if you have any tips or tricks for me to help me to get better with this and why it was running. If you haven't, hit subscribe. I'd love to have you with my little group here on my channel. We are a bunch of ladies and gentlemen here that love to craft and love to shop, and just it's a great community that I've built, and I'm really, really excited to continue growing with you all. Alright guys, tomorrow is day 7 of Craftober. I hope to make it a short one. No promises. Alright guys, I'll see you then.